a lot of people. And I think that I guess the thing I'm trying to figure out is how do you keep that mindset when everybody is telling you how good you are throughout the playoffs?
Well, you know what though? That's one thing the Bulls do not have to worry about is being overconfident, because they know that there's other teams with more experience, more superstars on their team. So I know how I look at it is they have something to prove to everyone. So that's how they're going about it. I have to prove that we're better than this team. We're better than Boston. We're better than Miami. We're better than the Lakers. We're better than San Antonio. You know, they've been there and they know what it feels like. But we have to get to that point where we have been there and we know what we need to do. So I think right now, I think they're pretty focused on, and you know, I give a lot of credit to Coach Thibodeau, because he's keeping these guys pretty much focused on every night coming out, playing hard, and staying focused.
The Bulls NBA and Bulls expert Cliff Livingston with us here as we broadcast live from Poogie Volkswagen in Downers Grove, along with Nick Friedel, Jonathan Hood with you. Speaking of coaching, I've been saying this all season too, especially when you start seeing the team start winning a lot of games and we get to the point where you get to the 40s mark and the 50s, and you say, well, this team is really special. This team is very good in the regular season. I saw Thibodeau, and I wasn't a big fan of the hire initially, because I always think that in a big market like Chicago, get yourself someone with some experience. I backed Avery Johnson. I backed a few other guys because I thought experience with this young team would be good. Thibodeau comes in, a lifelong assistant coach, gets the opportunity. But the difference between him and some other first-year coach that comes in from college, or some assistant that comes in with the fish tie and the short sleeve shirt, the difference is that here's a guy here that comes with a game plan, Cliff. He says, you know what, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be strong defensively. And he is a demanding coach, wanting perfection. You don't usually get that from a first-year coach. Usually a first-year coach in the NBA trying to feel his way out, trying to figure out who he likes, who he doesn't like. But here's a guy that has a game plan, an actual plan, versus a lot of other coaches that come in for the first time.
Well, you know what though? Thibodeau is not a first-year coach. You got
head coach, I'm saying.
Well, head coach, assistant. When you're the first assistant, you're like a head coach. You know, he's been with Boston. He's been in the trenches with Boston, all right? He's won championships with Boston. He's been to the finals with Boston, with LA. And so he understands what it takes to win ball game. And he is basically a workhorse. He's always been a workhorse in the trenches. And if you look at his team reflects who he is. He's a workhorse. Mm-hmm. The Bulls team is a workhorse.
Yeah, they are.
They come to war every night. And, you know, when you got a bunch of young guys who understand and believes in a coaching system and what he's telling them, the sky's the limit. It's like a young kid. When that light comes on in a young kid's head, when you told him something, you can do this, and that light comes on and you can see it.
Right.
That's where the Bulls are right now. They see everything that Thibodeau saw in them, and he is basically pushing them to the forefront, and they're understanding we can go, and they're doing it. They're doing a great job.
We are broadcasting live from Poogie Volkswagen in Downers Grove, 2020 Ogden Avenue, as we are talking to you about the Bulls in the NBA. Coming up at 7:40, Nick and I will make our predictions for the NBA playoffs. You know what, Nick, I have an upset or two that I might give you. I might give you one in the East, one in the West. So, I mean, you know.
Two?
Maybe two. We'll see. Or an upset meaning maybe it might go more than 5 or 6 in some of these series. We'll take a look. We'll take a look at a few.
He's backpedaling.
He wants that part of that too. He's got one, and that's it.
No, it's right here. It's right here on the yellow pad. You can take it to the bank. Bank's closed now, but you can take it there. Along with Cliff Livingston and Nick Friedel, Jonathan Hood with you on Chicago's Game Night on ESPN 1000.
Congratulations, Chicago Bulls. This is the home of the NBA Eastern Conference top seed.